1952. Well, it was the beginning of Cold War days. And I can remember as a elementary school student that we had air raids and they put us under our desks, which was supposed to save us from nuclear disaster. Right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, you know this about me, but I am a serious martial artist practitioner. So I do a lot of Kung Fu and Tai Chi. Well, I'm going to vote for Maria Callas. The Schubert trios, any Bach. Well, besides the Schubert and Bach that I just mentioned, I would add Georgi Kurtak to that list, because for me, he is the present-day Bach. Listen, look, take it in. Don't respond too fast. That's my weakness. Oh, easy. My teacher, Karen Tuttle. I don't like loud places. So I do not like to go to a loud restaurant. I don't love cold weather, which is crazy since I live in Boston. But I find myself really shrinking from going outside when it's too cold. I'm going to give you a serious answer. I actually have a superpower. And the superpower is that I know how people are feeling. I know how they feel inside themselves as well as what they're going to think and what they're going to come out with. Oh, so many. So many. I wanted to be a psychologist. I wanted to be someone who wrote for children and also illustrated. I wanted to learn everything about homeopathy and natural healing. I want to be a better martial artist than I am. I think I'll stop there. I do. But not terribly fast, not unreasonably fast. Perhaps there's a combination of so many factors. Being in a particular place at a particular time, being heard by one person by accident, not by design. And then perhaps the most important thing, if you really 100% believe in what you're doing, it's usually acknowledged as being something, I don't want to say truthful, but as close to the truth as that person can make it at that moment. That has a power, which is not always acknowledged, but often is. I don't know if it ever got into writing, but there was a point at which there was a certain belief that I was having an affair with one of my students. Couldn't have been further from the truth, but it seemed that most of the community believed it. And we don't know why. There's no explanation for it. Well, I was very happy to have been able to bring the complete Hindemith sonatas into the world before the last two solo sonatas had been published. So retrospectively, I'm really happy that ECM agreed to do that with me, and I still think it's a valid recording. That having been said, I'm still very pleased with the result of the solo Ligeti Kurtag recording. I'm not sure that classical music as a phrase describes correctly what we're talking about. I would say, can we substitute the phrase written music? Because I think that there is a big divide between the written text, which is learned by an interpreter and then passed on, or an improvised musical situation. So if we're talking about written music, I think there is a future for it, and it will depend upon all of us learning to share, to listen, to give, to share the information, to override the overwhelming desire for everybody to put earbuds in their ears and hear music that way, because written music actually depends upon live performance.